Hey guys, this is Rumble. Usually I just post a couple Black Panther media clips and keep it pushing. But in light of recent Black Panther news for the sequel, following of course, the tragic passing of Mr. Chadwick Boseman, there's just a couple of things I had to get off my chest. For those of you who prefer reading, I have a link in the description to this petition I created. It has close to 2,000 signatures and has a short little write-up of what I'm going to try to expand upon in this video. You have that option as well. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but thank you guys for the time you've given me so far. Yeah, let's get started. So as you guys know, after the tragic passing of the late, great Chadwick Boseman, Disney and Marvel Studios decided to not recast the iconic character of T'Challa that, to be frank, Chadwick spent most of his remaining years on Earth giving his sweat, blood, and tears to bring to the big screen for not just young boys, but specifically, young black boys who didn't have a superhero of such stature ever before. With all due respect to Blade and Meteor Man and Shaq as like what Steel, whatever. Like, that shit don't count. Honestly, I find this urge to write off T'Challa in honor, quote unquote, of Chadwick to be a bit misplaced and, problematic. So the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or MCU, I mean, it isn't ending anytime soon. So to write off T'Challa would effectively mean just no T'Challa at all for the next 15 plus years. I mean, think about that. Everything Chadwick did to drag the first black superhero in comic book history to mainstream prominence would pretty much end with Chadwick's own death. And millions of black boys would just be left with neither Chad or T'Challa. We must gotta wait another like two decades. And just, as we've heard about Chad ever since he's passed, it's just all the great things people have said about him. One quote kind of stood out to me, and that was from the woman who portrayed his mother in the movie, Angela Bassett. She said about Chadwick that she was like, everything you had, Chad, you gave freely. Meaning that, honestly, the way I kind of interpreted that, other than just the obvious, is that honestly, Chadwick would give T'Challa freely to the next actor to finish the job. Like with the cancer he was going through, with I'm sure all the trials and tribulations, he pretty much prioritized getting this character to the big screen and doing right by the character. And so, of course, we don't know what he would have wanted, but just going by his personality, man, if he knew that, another black actor or actress could have the opportunity to continue his work, come on, man, we know he'd be down for that. Now, okay, so before Letitia Wright pissed everyone off with the vaccine comments, right? There was a growing push to ever take over the franchise, and I get it. I understand there was a severe lack of black female representation in the MCU and just in media in Hollywood in general. And I felt like that was the real reason behind the push for Shuri to take the actual Black Panther mantle. My thing is though, like take for example Exhibit A, you have Monica Rambeau, and for those who need a refresher, she was the little black girl in the Captain Marvel movie, and now since that was like set in the past, like 20 something years ago. Now in current day MCU, she's going to be this lady in the WandaVision TV show, in the Disney Plus show. And so point is though is that this Monica Rambeau character, she had the mantle. She actually had the mantle of Captain Marvel before Carol Danvers, and actually led the Avengers back in the 1980s comics. And honestly, even in current day comics, she's considered just as, if not more powerful than Carol. And then not just Monica Rambeau, but you have all these other, black female superheroes. Like Storm at one point, she was the leader of the X-Men, one of the most powerful mutants, in a Marvel. You have all these, great black female superheroes, not just in Marvel, but in DC and just in all these different, comic industries that are collecting dust for no good reason. So my thing is like, why do we have this crabs in the barrel power struggle between Shuri, a supporting character, and T'Challa, a lead character, when really we should be fighting to get multiple lead characters into multiple franchise roles, right? Like all these characters. It shouldn't just be just trying to replace one token black character with another token black. Let's replace the actual token male with a token black female. Like, nah, we should have T'Challa, we should have Shuri, we should have Storm, we should have everybody. And since we already have Black Panther and T'Challa established, well, shoot, where's this Monica Rambeau movie at? Where's this Storm movie at? Where's this Vixen movie at? I mean, come on, guys. I digressed. But my main point is that even if you still want Shuri to put on a suit and not just be the actual like tech sidekick, and you want to point to the comics, well, surprise, because both brother and sister, both T'Challa and Shuri, both wore the suits at the same time in the comics. So it's not mutually exclusive. One doesn't have to be dead or written off or comatose for the other to have shine. Like it's already happened before. It's been happening. And so, whew, well, you guys might not like this, but hey, I feel Ryan Coogler and Kevin Feige, great as they've been, man, I felt they dropped the ball by not continuing the foundation Chuck laid with a T'Challa. I mean, wasn't part of the whole exercise to open up more doors for Black and African people in Hollywood. So how does writing off the biggest box office franchise character, just one movie in accomplish that? When you could have allowed, say, another actor, the opportunity of like a lifetime. Because of that, you know, and just keeping it 100, that's why I'm more so disappointed in old boy Coogler because I don't really expect Feige to quote unquote get it per se. But Coogler being a black man who, for example, told stories of how he came into a comic shop as a kid looking for black heroes and was directed by the store owner to a Black Panther comic, and that's how he fell in love with Black Panther. Man, hearing that story from like back in 2018 during the actual movie promotion, I thought Coogler would understand how special the character is and that T'Challa himself, the character itself, is a mantle that isn't exclusive to any one actor, no matter how special that actor is. But hey, I've ranted enough. I've got it off my chest. So that link I mentioned, yes, it's a change.org petition in the description below. Uh, if you all find all or just some of what I said agreeable, then I mean, look, they already made the actual decision. I actually created this petition maybe like a month or two before they formally came out with the decision, and so I kind of just said, all right, well, maybe it wasn't meant to be. But then someone pointed out to me just the actual support, like close to a 2,000 signatures, and just people just commenting about how they felt what I was saying. So I felt like, okay, even if it's a lost cause, I still think it's important for us to have our voices heard. So, I mean, hey, if you F's with it, then hey, take a read. It's similar to what I spoke to about in this video, and sign and share. And I mean, even if they move forward with the sequel with whatever direction, then maybe if they at least see our feedback, our thoughts, our concerns, then who knows, maybe it won't be another 15 years or 20 years. Maybe they'll do something with the actual multiverse or something. But yeah, this is Rumble just saying hello. Thank you guys for all the support for all the previous videos. I know I need to post more Black Panther content. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all, and thank y'all for the time. Peace.